Hi there, we are on page 318. Page 318, we're going to go over what a sequence of transformations looks like. We're going to look at a sequence of transformations. Okay, a sequence means more than one, two or more transformations. Two or more transformations to map a pre-image onto its image. So for example, in order to get the blue triangle, because it doesn't have the prime symbols, in order to get the blue triangle to land on the red triangle, it's going to take more than one transformation. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually translate, slide 3 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So slide, translate 3 units to the right, and then rotate 90 degrees, so one turn clockwise. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So again, a sequence would mean more than one transformation. So a translation of 3 units to the right followed by a 90-degree clockwise rotation about the origin. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. I've already started working on this one. So we're going to map the blue figure onto the green figure. And you might have to do some transformations to see where it lands in order to figure out what is the sequence. Okay, so if I'm noticing that this is not even facing the right way like the green one. So what I have to do is actually turn it. So I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to go left and see what happens. I'm going to make one turn left. That's 90 degrees counterclockwise. So if I go over 2, up 2 to get to point Z, over 2, up 2, and I make one turn left, I'm going to go over 2, out 2 for Z prime. Okay, and then W over 2, out 4, over 2, out 4, and I make one turn left, over 2, out 4. Let's do Y, over 5, out 2, over 5, out 2, and I make one turn left, over 5, out 2. Y should be there, Y prime, and then X would be over 5, out 4, over 5, out 4, make one turn left, over 5, out 4, X prime. So if I connect the dots, you can see now they're facing the right way. X has to land on X prime, Y has to land on Y prime, W has to land on W prime, Z has to land on Z prime. Okay, so now it looks to me like I could just slide this into place. Top left, bottom left, all the points will line up exactly where they should go. Okay, so listen, you could have also, if you didn't understand that L-shaped pattern, you could have also turned your page one turn to the left and see it would have landed down here. Okay, so one turn to the left, so that's 90 degrees counterclockwise, and now it looks like if we just slide this into place, it'll work. So X has to land on X prime. So if we now translate, slide down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units down, then all of these points will land on all of these points correctly. Okay, so the sequence, when it says describe a sequence of transformations, we rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. And then first we rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then we slid every single point down 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units down. X will land on X prime. And translate 6 units down. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. Let's look at page 319. Okay, so notice on these two triangles, one is QSR and the other one is TUV. So their letters don't match up. So how you know which letter has to land on what letter? You look at the order of their names. So Q is first, Q has to land on T. R is second, R has to land on U, which is second. S is last, S has to land on V, which is last. So you have to match up the order of the letters in the name. Q has to land on T, R has to land on U, and so on. Okay, so now this says, describe a sequence of transformations that maps the red triangle onto the blue triangle. Describe. So now they've given you a little hint. They want you to translate first and then followed by something across something. So let's see what we can do to translate first. Okay, so let me just make this a little bit bigger. So we're going to translate. We're going to slide. So there's actually a couple different ways that you could translate. So if we translated point Q. And notice this graph is counting by twos. Every line is counting by twos. So if I move over a half a line, that's actually 1. Half a line is 1. The next half is 2. The next half a line is 3. The next half a line is 4, and so on. So I have to count by halves as I translate, as I slide. So one thing I could do is I could translate, slide, point Q, every single point, 1, 2, 3 to the left, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So if I slide every single one of these points, 1, 2, 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Let me do 1 to the left and 4 down. Let me go 1 to the left and 4 down. 1 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So Q will land there. If I translate 1 to the left and 4 down. Okay, so I could translate, let's go, 1 left and 4 units down. That's one way I could do it. Okay, so now watch what happens. If I slide this 1 to the left and 4 units down, let's go 1 to the left and 1, 2, 3, 4 units down. S will be there. And R, 1 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 units down. R will be there. Okay, if I decide to translate like that, then I would reflect. So if you're hopefully noticing that if I flip this over, if I draw this line right in the middle, I could flip this over that line and reflect it, and then Q will land on T, which is what's supposed to happen. Q is supposed to land on T, S will land on V, R will land on U, and that matches the letters in the name. So then I would reflect over. So remember when you name a line of reflection, you name the axis that it's crossing. So it's crossing the x-axis right now at 1. That was 1. So then I could reflect, followed by a reflection across the line x equals 1. So let's reflect it across the line x equals 1. So if this is a half a line away, so I'm going to go back to my line and reflect it a half a line away. So Q will land on T. S is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 little marks away. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So is V. So if I go back to the center and reflect it over right across from itself, S will land on V. R is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units